Hi, everyone. I'm Janet with McLean and Company, and I'm here with Mary Cheddie, Divisional Director East at SHRM. Hey, Mary, glad to have you with us, and thanks for joining us to talk today about the rise of organizational transparency. Now, before I ask the first question, I just want to say that from our most recent research on transparency, we really know there's no one-size-fits-all approach. The level of the organization, what they implement, can fall anywhere on the spectrum from zero transparency to radical transparency, right? And of course, different levels of transparency can be used for different HR programs, for organization processes, operations, and even internal and external stakeholders. So that said, Mary, what are some of the benefits you see to increasing transparency?
Thank you so much, Janet. You know, transparency is so important in the workplace. One of the greatest things about transparency is when there is trust between the leaders and the team members. The team members know that they can rely on the open, honest, transparent information shared with them by their leaders. They also know that they're never going to be blindsided or surprised. Now, however, without that trust, that creates a huge risk. Then also, when you look at what your organizational culture is, how is your CEO? How is your CHRO? Are they truly business partners joined at the hip, driving the business forward? And is there transparency between them and the other members of the C team? When that exists, an organizational culture thrives, and it's resilient, and it's very inclusive, you can become a much more transparent organization. When that happens, you have team members, and I like to use the term team members. I don't like to say staff or employees. They become much more engaged. You're able to retain them. People want to be in the know. They want to know what's going on. They want to be involved with something greater than themselves. And transparency brings that to their whole being.
Those are some great insights. I'm wondering, as you say that, what are some of the risks you see on increasing transparency? Because there are some.
You know, yes, Janet, there sure are. As rich as the benefits are, the risks are pretty risky. So the first thing is, you know, when you're very transparent about what's going on, you might inadvertently share PII, personal information, about one of your team members. That's a huge risk, not only for your own liability, the company's liability, but a confidential nature of what might be going on with that team member. Another risk is, you know, when you share data, but you don't provide the context. Yeah. So for example, the company is going to be making a big acquisition for an organization in a different industry. Without the whys, the whats, and the context around it, it may cause fear and uncertainty among team members and totally destroy any trust for the transparency that had been developed. Another is just sharing too much information too soon. So for example, we're going to be launching a new system in January, and it's going to do this, 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 and this. But maybe it hasn't been tested. Maybe it's not going to go live until July 1st. And you're sharing too much information too soon. So then when January comes and the system doesn't go live, people are like, well, what happened? Did they lie to me? And you don't want that to happen. It's really important to really walk that fine line between adequately being transparent and being overly transparent. And it is a very delicate fine line.
So a cautious approach.
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
You really have to look at the WIFMs. What's in it for me? What's in it for the team members? What's in it for the organization? And that's where you find that healthy balance of what to share, how much to share, when to share it, and the methods in which to share it. Is it a global announcement? Is it a global comms? Is it broken down by departments, by locations? Or all of the how-tos, why-fors, and what-ifs, but the whiffums are really important, Janet.
Great insights, Mary, and always good to catch up. I want to thank you so much for joining us. And if any viewers want to learn more, you can access the Rise of Organizational Transparency on the McLean and Company's website. SHRM.org also has information on transparency, so take a look over there too. And thanks, Mary.
Thank you so much.